Welcome to this episode of Connect. I'm Dave Sheehan, and in this month's episode, international presenter for the 2023 National Conference in Auckland, Aubrey Gowing from Ireland will be demonstrating ways to approach plantar fasciitis, while Amie and Niki Munk continue with another installment on research literacy and PRACI. CEO and Davey and Association President Garry Lavis will also drop by to discuss our flagship event, the National Conference, and what's in store for 2023. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Gowing, and today we're going to take a look at some of the anatomy that influences the plantar fascia and can contribute to plantar fasciitis. The plantar fascia is running from the heel here down at the calcaneum and then running up to the head of the metatarsal. So it goes all the way across from the first ray, which we see here on the inside by the big toe, all the way across to the little toe here on the outside, the fifth ray. And it tends to get more stressed on the inside of the arch because that part is the bit of the foot that moves the most. The lateral arch doesn't tend to move as much, so we don't tend to get as much stress either down at the calcaneum or up at the little toe. What is indicated here in red, we can see this kind of little pulsing red indicator, and this is where most of the strain tends to take place. You can occasionally get stress up at the metatarsal, just here, which we also see flashing in red, and that area there is probably maybe about 20% of our plantar fasciitis pain. So when people actually have stress on the plantar fascia, what we're going to call plantar fasciitis for the moment, they'll typically feel it down at the heel here in about 80% of the cases, just on that anterior surface on the medial side of the calcaneum. What's often talked about here is tears. Let's take a quick look at where this may possibly tear if it is torn. So if we highlight this here, we can go right in and see where rupture can take place. And we can see this small little bit of tearing right in at the calcaneum. And we can see that's right on that medial lip on that anterior surface. So this is where those little small tears can take place. It's worth mentioning another structure in the area. We see the tendon of our old friend posterior tibialis coming down into the arch of the foot. And unfortunately, posterior tibialis dysfunction can cause that tendon to become painful. The difference between this simple tendon pain and plantar fasciitis or osis is that the pain will be felt more in the arch of the foot. We can see where the tendon is coming through into the arch of the foot, whereas the plantar fascia is attaching down onto the calcaneum. So if the plantar fascia is actually the cause of our plantar pain, it'll be felt either just at the medial edge of the calcaneum here at that anterior lip, or it'll be felt up at the first metatarsal head, up just at the base of the big toe. So if pain is felt in the arch of the foot, it's more likely the tendon of posterior tibialis. If pain is felt at that calcaneal lip or up at the first metatarsal head, then it may actually be the plantar fascia that we need to investigate. The other thing that can impact the plantar fascia is the movement between the talus and the tibia, which we've talked about in a previous video. When there's loss of rocker motion, sometimes the talus gets driven down. It compresses the arch of the foot, causing loss of arch, and this in turn stresses the plantar fascia. So anything that is pulling the calcaneum away from the metatarsal heads will increase stress or load on the plantar fascia. So don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you like this video and you found it useful. If you want to be notified about our next video, don't forget to subscribe. Subscribers will always be notified of our next video. If there's something you'd like to see us cover in particular, you can always pop us an email at info@hcd.ie. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks very much.
G'day, I'm Garry Lavis and I'm the President of Massage and Myotherapy Australia.
And I'm Davey, CEO of Massage and Myotherapy Australia.
The association is thrilled to be bringing our 2023 conference to Auckland, New Zealand. So 2023 will mark the association's 20th anniversary, so we wanted to do something really special.
We'll be combining our conference with our friends at Massage New Zealand, so we look forward to seeing a lot of new faces as well as plenty of familiar ones.
The conference is being held on the 27th and the 28th of May, and the venue will be the Grand Millennium, a fantastic venue located in the heart of Auckland, New Zealand.
Registrations will be opening later this year, so for more information, check out our website at www.massagemyotherapy.com.au. See you in New Zealand.
Hello, it's Dr. Amie Steele from the Australian Research Centre in Complementary and Integrative Medicine at the University of Technology, Sydney, and I am here with Dr. Niki Munk.
Hey there, Amie. I'm Dr. Niki Munk. I am with the IU School of Health and Human Sciences. I am a massage researcher and integrative care specialist. And Amie, I've got to call you out right now because you're a big fat liar today because you said that you were in Australia and you're not.
No, I'm actually in Switzerland. I'm currently on a research trip that's taken me through the UK and France and Switzerland, and then I'm off to Finland for a conference. So it's been a very exciting trip so far, and I've got a 1 week left, and it's been busy and inspiring and really fantastic.
Well, and that's part of what our topic is going to be today, because we are both very much on the go right now. I am currently in my office in Indianapolis, but I'm in between conferences, as are you. And we thought that we would talk today about the different conferences that we have attended, just do a real quick debrief, particularly about things that are related to massage and myotherapy, and then also to give a little bit of an update for our respective PBRN launches, so PRACI for you and MassageNet for me.
Yes, I think that's a great idea. So should we start a little bit with our updates on the PBRNs? I
think that sounds fantastic. Do you want to go first?
Sure. So PRACI has been going really well. We've had a fantastic response, particularly from the massage therapists and other manual therapies. So we've had nearly 200 massage therapists who've signed on to PRACI, which is very exciting. Of course, we would love to see more. There's some amazing massage therapists out there, and for the research that we do produce from massage therapy, the more that we have, the more diverse participants that we have, or clinicians that we have in the mix, in terms of the diversity of their practice locations, the populations that they treat, that all just helps to enrich PRACI in the future. So we're definitely encouraging more to be involved, but it's been a really great response so far. So thank you all for those who have already signed up, and if you haven't yet, now is your time. Please jump on through the links and that we've got on the PRACI site, or that you've received through the MMA information, and please get on board. What about you, Niki? How's yours going?
I tell you, I wanted you to go first because mine links into conference pieces as well, because we just had the International Massage Therapy Research Conference in Alexandria, Virginia. So it's just right outside Washington, D.C. And it was at that conference that the Massage Therapy Foundation really did their first big effort to start re-rolling MassageNet. So as part of that, as part of that conference, we had a whole seminar session that talked about what PBRN is and isn't, and how massage clinicians can be involved in the different ways that clinicians can be involved in research through the PBRN. And so we had put our QR codes up and said, okay, everybody, there were 200 very enthusiastic massage therapists there that day. All of them haven't gotten signed in yet, but we have begun that enrollment process, and we're already starting to explore the different research pieces that we want to work through the PBRN. In fact, we've got a big ergonomics project that we're looking to do, where we are going to be recruiting massage therapists through the PBRN to enroll in a research study that is going to have them wearing wearable technology that can do assessment and measures on their effort and exertion and energy while they're doing their week-long massage sessions. So, excuse me, over a week-long schedule of their various massage sessions, so we can start answering research questions such as how tired do people get when they're doing their massages, and what sort of efforts are being used and the like. So we've got that research link that's going to be going through our PBRN, and we got to talk about that at the conference, and just a lot of exciting pieces going on with our PBRN, and want to encourage folks that are in North America to engage in MassageNet.
That's fantastic. And so that's a study that's going to be looking at the ergonomic effects of providing massage. It's a massage therapist who are going to be assessed. That's such an interesting study. What a wonderful idea. And the PBRN is such a great vehicle for doing research like that. That's really fantastic.
Absolutely. And we've got one of the other exciting things about that particular conference was that one of my doctoral students was able to come and give several presentations. And she is a massage clinician working on her PhD. She's gone through the qualification process, and now she's working on developing her research study for her dissertation, which is going to be looking at how massage clinicians think about mental health and work with mental health with their patients and clients. And she'll be also using the PBRN to access massage therapists as research subjects for that study. So lots of link pieces in there.
Oh, that sounds so fantastic. Very exciting to hear that it's taking off as such a, almost like a running start. So how long will you be recruiting for MassageNet for, do you think, for people to join?
Well, we'll keep it open, in perpetuity, because we have different levels of pieces. So we've got folks that are already clinicians practicing, but then we also have sort of a level in the PBRN that allows students to join and begin accessing those pieces and the other sort of nurturing aspects that the PBRN has around research. We've got a lot of different activities around so a lot of different pieces classes that they can take, and webinar pieces that they have access to at no charge. But that's just how some of the pieces that we've got working on.
That's so exciting and inspiring, Niki. It's really great to hear. So I'm heading off to present in Finland to another group of manual therapists, to osteopaths. But I'll be talking to them I'm doing a plenary talk at their conference about how we can use different types of knowledge, and how different types of knowledge is valued when we're deciding about what evidence is in manual therapies and other complementary medicine practices. So that's going to be the focus of my my talk. And so we're going to be talking about research. We're going to be talking about research generated through practice like PBRNs. We're going to talk about the importance of valuing the experience of the patient in their illness. And we're going to be talking about what traditional knowledge is, and where we get and what we do with that traditional knowledge, how we use it and how we value it as researchers and as clinicians and policymakers, educators, all sorts of things. So we're looking forward to giving that presentation at the conference. And yeah, it's going to be a great end to a very busy trip.
Shoot, I bet. Well, I tell you, I'm so happy that we had the opportunity to talk about conferences with our audience today, because it's such a wonderful place for researchers to go and get inspired again and reinvigorated with the work that we're doing. But it's also a wonderful opportunity for clinicians to go and learn about the different research and evidence-based practice pieces. And just want to encourage folks that, especially coming off of the MMA conference circuit, to keep that energy up and perhaps get engaged with PRACI and other research activities. So utilizing that, yay!
Yeah, absolutely. It's that invigoration doesn't just have to happen at a conference. By creating these communities of learning and practice and research, and connecting with like-minded people, that energy can be maintained throughout the year, which is really great.
Absolutely. Well, Amie, it's been great talking with you again, and I can't wait for you to get back to Australia, where we can talk with you, where you'll be situated back in Sydney, or not in Sydney, excuse me, I'm sorry. But talking with you further about that.
Absolutely. It's so lovely having those connections with you, Niki, and we'll speak to you next time.
Absolutely. Bye, Amie.
Bye-bye.